Hello and welcome to the Strategic Bookkeeper podcast. In today's episode, we'll be dropping this one as an extra because I am recording this on Friday the 15th. Everything changes in the program, right? You probably know that if you've been tuning in. On Friday the 22nd here in the Southern Hemisphere, might be a bit different in the Northern Hemisphere, but basically I've received an amazing message from a bookkeeper with lots of questions about the program, and I'm so full of gratitude because now I get to answer them in this podcast so that if you have the same questions, you can hear the answers as well. So how about we jump in and look at what that's all about? I'm Jeannie Savage, the Strategic Bookkeeper. I've been in practice for 14 years, but more importantly, 5 years in, I achieved a lifestyle practice. This means I scaled my business, could take my hands off the wheel, and draw a nice six-figure income while being time rich. And that's what I call my dream on my terms. I was recently awarded Women in Finance Innovator of the Year, recognizing my book, my podcast, my program, and my impact globally. The Strategic Bookkeeper is my life's work, and the opportunity to help bookkeepers globally achieve the income and lifestyle that sets them free absolutely fills my cup. Please do connect with me on socials at the Strategic Bookkeepers Way private Facebook group, or shoot me an email, hello@thestrategicbookkeeper.global. Okay, so thank you so much, Kelly, for asking these questions. She's gone to all the trouble of putting them in a PDF document for me. Wow. So the first one of her questions is, does the $99 a week cover all courses that are shown in the trial? And the answer to that is yes, excluding one. Okay, so the catch-up rectification job training is a standalone course and certification available to purchase. So that one does not come in there unless my team accidentally drops it in. Because actually everything that you're meant to see in the trial correct is included. Okay, so from the list that Kelly has sent through in this PDF, so there's the transformation program. So she's talking about the academy because the program is education, assets, implementation, team and support, and the academy contains all the education and the assets, that you learn what you need to learn, you grab all the done for you assets, and then the team and I help you implement everything step by step. Okay, and then the team behind everything, so that in effect, when you come into the program, it's the equivalent of recruiting a high-end business coach, a brand specialist, a graphic designer, several marketing copywriters, admin support, a systems and team person. So to be crystal clear, the transformation program is far from being a course. It is a very, So it's not static. It's a live and evolving program, designed to be able to give you the best chance, the best opportunity, the best support to get results, So in this, Kelly said, so does it include the transformation program? Correct. So when you come in, there's a module in the academy called the transformation program. And the way I like to think about that is it's primarily, so this is a front end of your business. So the brand marketing and selling. So 50% of bookkeepers will say they need support with that over and above everything else. And actually in Australia, when the big survey is done, I think it's annually or biannually, bookkeepers note their top challenge as getting paperwork out of clients and their second challenge as the brand marketing selling stuff. And what I have brought to the market for bookkeepers is absolutely the world-class, world best in that space. One of the reasons, or a couple of the reasons for that, is the detail and the leveraged assets. So where all other programs, courses, etc., give you more kind of general stuff and general guidance, and then when it doesn't work, you tend to feel a lot of shame over it and not understand why it's working for one bookkeeper and not you. So what I do is I give you the arse end out of the detail, and then in terms of the implementation, oftentimes what happens is bookkeepers are trying to apply it as best they can, but they're missing steps. And so I absolutely help them with, is it working? Is it not working? If it's not working, let's go through the steps. You're not doing this step and this step. Please go back and revise. Off you go, try it again. So that is why I say it's a world-class, world first. because I didn't want to leave bookkeepers feeling that kind of it's me, not you. So while there's a really cool saying that says no system works, you work the system, and I completely agree with that, my thoughts around and what I wanted to bring in terms of the program was absolutely you need to work the system, but then it's my job to work the system with you as well, okay? Because as a qualified trainer and assessor, I know that just giving you the education and assets is not going to get you there. What will get you there is giving all that to you and then helping you to actually absorb the knowledge. So one of the things I'm passionate about is making sure that the knowledge I give you is actually transferred to you. So giving you knowledge and transferring it, two different things, okay? So I'll always say, please share with an open heart and an open mind, because the more you tell me, the more I can help. And the thing that I love about that is when a tribe member steps up and says, it's not working, and I solve all the problems, then the people that it's not working for in a similar way get all the benefit of that, okay? Because it can be hard to speak up. Yeah, so amazing. And so the other thing is the assets, is why I say it's world-class, world first, is I always kind of thought, why has nobody ever done the hard work around creating a leveraged box of brand marketing and selling collateral that we could all use, right? And it's almost hard to explain, but when you come in, I've micro-niched into bookkeepers. So we're very, very similar. And so I get to give you a certification that we all leverage. There's also group marketing, etc., like the Better in Business.global podcast. It is impossible to explain everything that's in there because it's so mind-blowing, all right? Suffice to say, I'm looking forward to my first 5 days off in a year where I'm not actually online, because yes, it's been a lot building all this out. So that's why it's so different to anything else. But just back to what Kelly said there. So she's kind of commenting on the first module that you see when you come into the academy is that transformation program. And as I said, that's really around front-end brand marketing selling. Then you've got the Pricing Academy. Now, the Pricing Academy, it is a foundation member bonus. So if you come in before March 22nd, that will come stock standard. If you don't come in on March 22nd, you'll have to talk to us about the Pricing Academy, because it is a standalone academy that you can purchase. That's got your productized services, your pricing strategy, your bookkeeper calculator in the version that we have now, and all of these things that we're regularly looking to do updates to make sure we're better every week. So yes, you get the done for you standard operating procedures. Then you get Thrive in Practice with Bookkeeper Advisory. Absolutely. You get all the implementation, front end, back end, which we are just now rolling into a private podcast. So the user experience is premium, because I want to make sure that bookkeepers who can't get to the implementation sessions weekly can actually listen to them and speed me up 1.2 speed while they're being a busy multitasking parent. And the feedback from the tribe when I asked if they'd like me to do that was like, the heavens are opening. Okay. So the mentorship program, absolutely. But when you come into the transformation program, even though, yes, you get access to the mentoring, the book club podcast, the 8 ways to scale, the Profit First playbook, those ones are kind of superseded by the program. But yes, you get access to them. Okay. And the bookkeepers getting the biggest and best results solely immerse themselves in me. Like Deb that you heard on our podcast, she said she falls asleep to my voice. Okay. And that's how you're going to get results. Yeah. If you get access to me and the program, use it, immerse yourself in me. Okay. So the next one was find new clients and grow your business, which I think of as the business development module. So that's available to purchase standalone, but yes, it is included in the transformation program. That's something that I had kind of a brain explosion on and built out late last year. And I'm so excited because business development, this module, is the thing that will really, if you're looking to find new clients, on board new clients, this is a module, okay, which is why I've made it available standalone as well. But absolutely, that's included. Then you've got the customer journey should actually be in the transformation program module, but maybe for the trial it's not. The customer journey, yes, that's included. It's phenomenal. And the Tribe Pod members only podcast, correct, that is included. Kelly's next question was, please explain what is included with the done for you portion. Okay, so it's a little hard for me to explain this, but the best description I've ever heard was that the Strategic Bookkeeper Transformation Program is like a done for you bookkeeping practice. So it would be easier to tell you what you have to build yourself than what you don't have to build yourself. To be honest, off the top of my head, I can't really think of what you have to build out yourself because I've built all the high value stuff for you. So for example, if we're thinking about the 7 parts of my methodology, so brand, menu, attraction, conversion, succession, systems, and team, it definitely is a bookkeeping practice in a box, but it's made to adapt to your bookkeeping practice. So for example, with brand, we give you something called the $1 Million Storybook Brochure. So to be clear, a lot of what we give you in the program in isolation, so that brochure, everything else, every single part is worth far more than the program fee on its own. So I was actually just looking at a program in the States, which is called the lifecoachschool.com. It's amazing. And I definitely want to do that program when I get time. And I was recommending it to a friend. Now that program is $25,000 US dollars. It contains nothing like what I give you. So I'm also going to be clear and say, just because I'm charging $99 a week or about $5,000 a year, which goes to US dollars on March 22, okay, from Australian dollars, just because the fee is that, please don't think for a minute that that's the value you get. The value you get when you come in should be at least 10x. I learned that from James Wedmore. He said, whatever you build out and whatever you're charging, make sure that, it's really worth more like 5 times. So if I charged you $50,000 for the Strategic Bookkeeper Transformation Program, it would easily be incredible value at that. So I've made it $99 a week for a lap around the sun, or you can pay in advance for the year with a full money back guarantee, only because I wanted to reach and help as many bookkeepers as I could. And I felt that was a sustainable fee structure to allow me to be a profitable business, but also to allow me to serve and support as many bookkeepers as I could globally, especially my passion to support women globally to build true financial independence for themselves, which is really the gateway to choice and more. Okay. So in terms of the done for you, you've got the $1 Million Storybook Brochure, which gives you your entire brand. So when you read my book, you see how you can build out your brand. That's all done for you. The menu done for you, and it exists in the $1 Million Storybook Brochure, which we give you all that as a Canva asset, and we teach you how to, you can very quickly make it your own just with your own logo and links. All right. Or we have say 20% of our tribe will want to change up the colors, and we give them the support there. We even have someone on the team, Mickey, who I introduce you to in my book, who can do it for you for a very small fee as well. So there's lots of support there. Then in terms of client attraction, oh my goodness, the done for you assets, gosh, unless I literally sat and looked at the program, I can't even tell you the exhaustive list. Like I said, I can't think of anything that you need to build yourself. It's all done for you, okay? Did it take me to the edge and back? Yes, it did. As I said, I'm looking forward to my first completely off break. Someone was saying to me, oh, you switched off in Melbourne for a few days. And I'm like, I pretend to switch off, but I'm secretly checking my socials for my tribe and everything else. So, okay, so the other done for you portion is just using the $1 Million Storybook Brochure as an example, because what I bring to you, I try and bring it to you in a really simplified way so that it is all simple and you have to wade through as little as possible. That said, when you get to the keys to the kingdom, it's a lot, but there is a lot required to build and maintain a thriving bookkeeping practice, So no whinging about how much you get when you get in there. You're just going to play the long game, and you're going to turn up and tell me when you feel overwhelmed so I can support you. And I've got an entire module in there to help with overwhelm that you are directed to go back to at any time that you're feeling that. So basically in that brochure, there is also your product ladder welcome line. So if you've read my book, you've got your product ladder being like your content, and then welcome lines, and then core products, and then succession products, also known as advisory. So you've got those welcome line nurture assets done for you. You just kind of copy and paste with your details, and they go in there too, so that you're building a pipeline of prospective clients and clients who exist in the customer journey. Now, if you're kind of thinking, that doesn't make sense to me, I don't even know what that means, that's okay. You sit in your zone of genius. Yeah. I will sit in my zone of genius. Yeah. You can't win the game without a winning team. Put me and my team on your team. Okay. So my zone of genius is very different to your zone of genius. And if you want to know a bit more about that, maybe listen to the International Women's Day event that we published as a podcast as well. So the next question is, please explain what is meant by assets. Yes, I love this because it's a weird phrase, right? Assets in business is anything like, so for example, your standard operating procedures is an asset. Yeah, your $1 million storybook brochure is a digital asset. When you print that out and take it to your networking event and so on, or just keep it with you for when you're wearing the business development manager hat, then it's a printed asset as well as a digital asset. Okay. The 7 Deadly Cash Flow Sins ebook that I co-author with you as a done for you digital asset, which is a welcome line nurture asset. Yeah, that is an asset. So example of done for you, an example of asset, an example of what asset is it? Okay. It's an asset to drive demand and desire for you and your services, give you a competitive advantage, allow you to onboard without price as a priority, and put people into the customer journey to get value, to build your pipeline. Okay. So the next one, build or renovate your website. Does this give you a step-by-step procedure on how to build or renovate and using what platforms? So the answer to that is yes, except I don't tell you what platform to use. That's totally up to you. For example, we use Wix a lot because we really like it, but there was a time I only used WordPress. So with the website, I give you done for you copy, and I give you how you might take my copy and repurpose it using artificial intelligence. We also in the little black book have the world's best website developer who has a non-disclosure agreement with us, and they can build you the most extraordinary website at the most incredible rates, okay, using the done for you assets, including done for you copywriting, which I tell you, if there was only one marketing professional I could have, it would be a marketing copywriter. Okay. So you've got lots of options in terms of building and renovating your website. My favorite one is just to get our partner Biz Inc., who's in the little black book, to do it for you. Now, if they do it for you when you're inside the program, you get the benefits of all of our assets. Now, when they built the first 2 websites using our assets, the owner of Biz Inc. rang me from New Zealand and he said, Jeannie, have you seen it? I've never seen anything like it. It was the best bookkeeper website they had ever built because they leveraged our done for you assets. Okay. So they are extraordinary. Yeah. I work very closely with the owner of Biz Inc. He's amazing to work with, also because the feedback, information, contribution he gives me allows me to really think about how I enhance what I bring to you too. And a conversation we had is why I rolled out the business development module in the program, which is also called Find New Clients and Grow Your Business. So the next question was about Ignition. I can see the base starting rate price for Ignition is $99 a month. Is the base package okay, or do you need a higher package? How soon? I believe that Ignition software is kind of one of the first softwares you should pick up, because it's the first thing you do is to want to convert PCs into VIPs, right? So with Ignition, as part of my community, you can get 50% off for 6 months on any package. You have to be working with me. Now, as I understand it, you can be working with me paid or not paid. So if you're committed to using my book and my podcast and my free content and you contact Ignition, you should be pretty right to get that, I think. Definitely if you're in my tribe as a paying member, you get the 50% off for 6 months. Now, one of the kind of head honchos at Ignition said to me, Jeannie, the reason that we're going to do that for your tribe is that we know that you are giving them the best opportunity to increase their profitability to be able to afford whatever package they want. So we'll give your tribe only 6 months at this, and there's no lock-in. Like you go month to month. They are doing what I call putting the cart before the horse, something I learned from my father. So when you put the cart before the horse, what you're saying is, okay, well, I'm going to give you a big advantage. Yeah, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is because we're kind of in business together and your success is my success. So I'm going to give you something to allow you to thrive. And then what I'd love is for you to do the work to thrive. And so that's kind of what I do in the program too. It's why I do the $99 a week option. Okay. So that's the Ignition one answered. The next question was, are other software app subscriptions required? And if so, how soon into the program? For example, Zero Practice Manager. So no. You don't have to be using any specific software. And in fact, if you're a solopreneur, then your focus should not be on software and standard operating procedures. Yeah. Your focus should be on keeping your promises with a good range of checklists and building out your client base. So in terms of software, Ignition, I think, is the one that I recommend over anything because it's the sales and marketing as well as practice management, but it's going to help you more with that conversion. You can still absolutely just kick it old school, kick it manual, and we can give you direction around that. Our standard operating procedures do direct you to use all the things that we use because we want to show you what we're doing so that you know where you're going. But no, you don't have to be using any particular software to come in and make it all work for you. Okay. And in fact, I tend to say just use Microsoft Excel for job management when you're early on, okay? You only need Zero Practice Manager really when you get to the level where it's free, okay? It's cheeky to say, but it's true. Okay, number 7, access to your team. And for example, marketing strategist, talented graphic designer, and systems and operations guru. I assume that is not all inclusive, rather just people we can pay. Okay. So what I mean by access to my team, I find this one a little bit hard to explain. So when you come into the program, yeah, and you part with $99 a week, yeah, or you pay me for the year in advance, what happens? It is the equivalent, yeah, of recruiting my team because what we serve up for you is done by my team, yeah. So if you're not going to come into the program, let me be crystal clear. If you really want to thrive in practice, yeah, you're going to have to go out and recruit a high-end bookkeeping veteran who's been there, done that, and who can coach you through the process of building and maintaining a highly profitable practice. You're going to have to recruit a brand specialist. Good luck finding them. You're going to have to recruit a graphic designer, yeah, that can build everything out for you. You're going to have a marketing strategist to make it all work, and talented copywriters, yeah, and also someone who can build you out standard operating procedures and more. So if you don't recruit me and my team, and all you have to do to do that is come into the program, then you have to go get those people then yourself, okay? So that's going to cost you a couple of $100,000. And if that's what you want to do, that is all good. Otherwise, when you join my program, these people are there in the background doing it for you. If you feel that you need Mickey, yeah, to do any extra graphic design, modification of the assets is all that's required, or you want Mickey to do your logo, or you want our web developer to do your website, yes, you can pay an additional fee for that. But to be crystal clear, everything that you need is very easily accessible inside the program and only requires modification by doing things like putting your logo. We actually give you Facebook banners. We give you, in terms of done for you, an entire suite of done for you social media. Yeah, that means it only takes you an hour to 2 hours a month, which you can outsource if you want, to do your entire killer social media done for you, okay? Because we give it all to you done for you. And I've worked my ass off to make sure that you don't really have to modify it, yeah? For example, your social media is branded, Yeah. So you can use our templates without putting your logo on it. Like I have worked my ass off thinking about how I can make it, like thinking about a solopreneur that didn't have much outside of the $99 a week. And I think, okay, so what can I do to make sure that it's low touch for them so they can literally open it, pick it up, post it, done. And I'm like, okay, well, their social media is branded, so they don't really need to brand the social media templates, okay? But it's a choose your own adventure. I've got tribe members in there that are further along and they've got some team and they want to take our social media and modify it more. So I built the program and the assets for every bookkeeper at every stage of their journey, okay? So that's what it means to get my team, yeah? So number 8, standalone course offerings and prices. Okay, we have got some standalone stuff. I'm not going to go into what that is here. We've got the Be a Brilliant Trainer, Catch Up and Rectification. I think they're the two that aren't included in the program. Now, the tribe gets ridiculous prices on everything. Like I think we give them something like 50 to 70% off, and every now and then I drop gifts in. So for example, Catch Up and Rectification, I gave that to my entire tribe as a gift at one point. Okay, that's just how I roll. All right, number 9. Actually, this is an interesting one. So Kelly's just talking about unique things for her situation, but in many ways they're not unique because many of us are out there going through the same thing. So for example, she's talking about transitioning from a full-time salary back into full-time bookkeeping. A lot of my bookkeepers are doing that, okay? A phrase comes to mind, hot seat. Is it a word? Is it a phrase? I don't know. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? I don't tell you everything that's inside the program. It's impossible to. For example, I say you get fortnightly implementers, you get weekly. Another thing I do is hot seating, okay? So there are situations where I'm going to recommend that you do a hot seat with me. That's one-on-one coaching valued at $2,000 an hour. And that helps me to help you and everyone else in the tribe with unique things like Kelly's talking about, okay? I help you with the mechanics, mindset, and productivity around how you will transition back to bookkeeping, all right? And the very last question I will answer directly to Kelly. My friends, I think that's a wrap. I know I went fast and furious. It is the Entrepreneur's Day off. It is a Friday. I'm hoping fairly soon I'm going to get some lunch and enjoy the beautiful weather here on the Gold Coast because it's mid-March, right? It's a glorious time on the Gold Coast. Yeah, hoping to get out for the day. In terms of the program, back yourself and go for it. My job is to turn up, give you information, help you self-assess whether you would like to join. I would love to help you thrive by becoming a strategic bookkeeper in my transformation program. I'd love to just have fun with you in the tribe. It is so much fun. The members are amazing. Love working with everyone. Absolutely fills my cup. I will go to my grave knowing that I have lived my life's purpose as the strategic bookkeeper, having changed our industry for the better. I'm going to see you in the next podcast. Okay, my friend, now it is time to take action. So what are you going to do with what you learned today? The way I see it, you've got 2 options. You can go it alone to try and save some money, or you can back yourself and go for it and join my tribe. And let me tell you, we are knocking it out of the ballpark. That's not a sales pitch. That is me serving you, dare I say, courageously. To find success, I 100% know you need the mechanics, which is like the keys to the kingdom, but you also need to get your mindset right and be super productive. And these are all things I help you with inside the program. I could go on about this forever because I really want this for you. Have a prosperous week, and I'll see you in the next episode.